Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I thought I'd talk about the idea of Christian colonialism because one of the things I have noticed is that a lot of people will talk about how when Islam is in a minority in a country, then they talk about freedom and peace and love and tolerance, but when they're in the majority, they'll say, oh, they're oppressive, and they'll try to subjugate everyone, including the women and non-believers. But the thing is that people fail to realize is that that's not really true. When you look at the historical record for the last 2,000 years, you'll find that thing that they claim about us has actually been something that Christianity itself has been doing to the whole planet. And when the Christians expanded into Europe, it wasn't peace and love and like a bunch of hippie, nonsense. It was violence. It was aggression. It was, torture. I mean, like what Charlemagne did to the pagans of Europe. It was convert or die. And then, of course, look at the Christians who incited the riots that led to the death of Hypatia of Alexandria. And then, of course, when the Christians started spreading all over the planet, it didn't matter whether they were the English, the French, the Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish, or any others. When they started expanding their little empires, around the world, the one thing that they all had in common, that they all brought with them, was Christianity. And so they subjugated that and imposed that upon the whole planet, and either try to indoctrinate or subjugate the native population. They even committed biological warfare against the natives in Mexico, with smallpox. That's a part of historical record, and you look that up. And then look at the treatment of the Native Americans that Christians did, when they came here to America. I mean, you had, all of them were oppressed. A lot of them lost their language, their cultural identities, their religions, because Christianity was forced upon them. So all these things that Christianity is claiming, all these bad things about Islam, they themselves have been doing it for the last 2,000 years all around the world. So just be mindful when Christians are saying bad things about Islam. Just make sure that it hasn't been something that they themselves have been doing first. So something to think about. See you in the next video.